And now, coming at you from the Conquest Wrestling Federation, it's Tommy Onions with the Onion Report.
Hey, this is Tommy fucking Onions coming at you at the birth of Season 3 of Conquest Wrestling Federation, and this is the Onion Report. I will be going over the season opening set of shows just to show you what you might be expecting in California. At Anaheim, we will be having Vanguard. You know, the pre-show to the main show that is Warzone. We will be having the bulk of the Icon Wrestling Entertainment Trios tournament on this show. Each team will send a representative up to a slot machine and do one pull. The team with the highest score will be getting a bye into the second round, while the other 6 teams get to rough it out in round 1. So 3 round 1 matches, 2 round 2 matches, and then the finale will be the main event at Warzone. Let's go down the details of the teams now that all of them are out of the bag. I mean, I am being paid to tell you what I think about all of this, so I might as well do something. Right? Let's start with the team that everyone is going to be looking at for this. The Bastards. Frank Windsor, Rob Riot, and Eddie Williams make up this version of the Bastards going into the tournament. Historically speaking, no one has really been able to stop the Bastards in their quests for gold for long. I wonder if these other 6 teams will be enough to do it? Do they have enough history working together, as Eddie has spent more time fighting the Bastards than teaming with them? I suppose that could give him a unique experience in knowing their capacities for violence. Especially if Frank takes Eddie under his wing. I still put down money on these guys to come out with the championship belts. Next on my list is the Carnival. Now, I don't really know much about the Marquis or Katya, but I know Gabriel Tuck. He's a thug through and through. Why, he wouldn't have a wrestling bone in his body unless he was taking it from behind from Frank Windsor. I'm sure he's teamed up with some skilled people, but when I compare them to the Bastards, I just don't think that they will pass the test, if you know what I mean. When it comes down to it, Eddie has improved over the years, but Gabriel has not. Case made for the Bastards. Next up, an interesting team known as the Upstarts. The team is comprised of Abigail Dresden, Miguel Lanza, and Tetsuo Onifor. None of them are veterans in the sport, though they have been making wave in the CWF's feeder feds in Icon Wrestling Entertainment. Now, if any of these teams has a real shot against the Bastards, I think it's this team right here. They have the momentum going into this match that could prove to be vital to taking down the Bastards. Especially when one of them might be able to claim to be Rob Riot's daughter. His daughter, for crying out loud. Isn't that something? Someone put a bun in Valora's oven and it was likely Rob. The next team on my list wasn't listed with a roster until not long ago. The team is made up of Greg Salazar, Kara Reinhardt, and Cronin Reinhardt. Having the CWF Conquest champion on your team is a good first step toward evening things up with the Bastards, but I don't know that it will hold up in court, if you know what I mean. The Bastards have placed a target on Cronin's back, or rather, his backside, when concerning the magic button. Will Rob be in a position to carry out his threat? You know? I kind of want to see that happen. It likely won't, but wouldn't it be grand? Oh. Next on my list is a team of unknowns. None of them have had matches in the CWF before this upcoming show. The team is made up of the Daredevil Mad Morales, the Pika Freak Monster Mammoth, and the Future Kyle. Will they be a force to be reckoned with in this tournament? I have no idea. I think I've heard at least 1 or maybe 2 of the members of this team are rookies to wrestling in the big leagues. This is the wild card of the entire tournament. If they win a bye, they have a chance to either go all the way to the end or get shamed in their first outing. I have no idea what will happen. This is only good when I'm being teated to a room with blackjack and hookers. Then, we have the team that is called the House of the Rising Sun. Now, if they don't come out to a variation of the song, I will be pissed. I'll likely ask for a refund of my ticket. Anyway. This team is made up of Kuro Hono, the Silent Assassin, and Kaito Ishikawa. If I brutalize the pronunciation on any of those names? Trust me, I don't care. I've seen Kono in action. Gabriel would probably whip his ass in that, my fans, isn't saying much. Do the rest of the team eclipse Hono in skill? I sure as shit hope so, or the match that fights this team might as well also be getting a bye to the next round. The final of the 7 teams is the World Elite. It is made up of Kofi Von Erich, AJ Flair, and Lindsay Flair. Are the last 2 related or married? I mean, if they're from Alabama it could be both. Kofi is listed as a lost Von Erich brother. Well, considering he's a different color than the rest of them, it was probably good that he was kept a secret. Okay, I'm not racist, but back then, interracial relationships were frowned on. I mean shit, my grandfather told my aunt once that if she slept with a black man that he would shoot them both. Well, she tested that theory and managed to not get shot, but I digress. I mean the bar he was drinking it was shot and a sheriff knocked the fuck out trying to arrest the man, but my aunt went without a bullet. Anyhow, will the World Elite compare to the Bastards? I just don't think that they will even be a speed bump compared to the other teams. I mean, have we even heard from them? No. That was the 7 teams that will be participating in the tournament for the first Trios Champions. I think it will come down to the Bastards and the Upstarts. I think from there, the Bastards will win it. Just my thoughts though, so don't quote me, unless you got money you putting up. And now we are heading to Los Angeles for Warzone, the flagship show for the company. We begin the night with Larry Lansdowne taking on Owen O'Rourke. I mean Larry's already banished the demonic from the CWF. What kind of match would Owen provide? Not much of one. That's even considering if Owen will even step into the ring against Larry in the first place after his protest of not getting paid by the secretive company that does bounties on people and getting himself suspended, which turned out to be a good thing since his wife was injured by Frank Windsor. This brings us to Father Nathan O'Connell taking on Apathy in the ring. I mean nothing against Father Nathan, I have heard that he was a good wrestler, but has Apathy really recovered from what Frank Windsor did to her? I don't know if she is really red for going back to the ring or not. And then we have a Valor Championship match as Lady Lana Hill takes on Eero Waters for the title. Eero Waters managed to win the title is about the craziest thing that I have ever seen when you think about it. He's gotta be one of the laziest wrestlers I have ever seen. Does he take anyone seriously? No? I really think that Lana could beat him if she focuses enough or lets her bodyguards come in to help out when it's needed. I know that's not the rules of the match, but it is what it is. Then, we get another debut as Wicked Cat Hale takes on Mysterion, whom I have heard will be a Easter Bunny for the match. I have heard that Cat Hale will be fighting from a position of being rock bottom in her life. No way to go but up. Believe you me, taking on Mysterion is a first good step. Most people will manage to defeat him, but a few do not. Which one will Cat be? I think she will win the match and show the others what she's made of. And then another title match when it comes to the Elite Championship. Valora Salinas defends the title against Steve Murdoch. No, I have heard Randomizer will be back in use, but I have also heard that Valora is getting to select her match stipulation too. I don't know which it will be, but both of these violent bunnies will be getting what they like going into this match. Shit, they might even be blood siblings by the end of the match. I still think that Valora is going to win, but she ain't leaving the match unbloodied. Finally we will have the final match of the Icon Trios tournament, which, I have already said will likely be the Bastards and the Upstarts in the final match, with the Bastards squeaking away with a win. Come on, bet me. That's all the time we have. This should be the start of the best season yet.